Just hours after Russia reported explosions on the vital Crimean bridge, Moscow refused to renew the Black Sea grain deal. However, Moscow clarified that there were no links between the explosions and its decision to pull out from the deal. Kremlin has attributed its decision to a failure to meet its demands to implement a parallel agreement easing rules for its own food and fertilizer exports. Hours before the deadline for renewal was set to expire, Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov had said that Russia would return to the deal immediately if its demands about its exports were met. By the time the deal fell through, over 30 million metric tons of corn, wheat and other grains have been exported by Ukraine under the arrangement, with the last ship leaving Ukraine port on Sunday. Russia claimed that the promises made to it under the deal have not been met and it is still facing trouble exporting its own agricultural products and fertilizers because of the many sanctions the West has slapped on it. Although there is no direct restriction on Russia's agricultural products, Moscow affirms that barriers on payment platforms, insurance, shipping and other logistics have been hampering its exports. Ukraine is among the world's biggest exporter of food grains such as wheat and corn and a major contributor to the UN's food aid programs. When Russia invaded the country and blockaded its ports, it sent food prices soaring and raised fears of food security in the poorer nations of the world. In July 2022, the United Nations and Turkey got Russia to agree to the Black Sea Grain Initiative, under which cargo ships were allowed to travel from 3 Ukrainian ports of Odessa, Chornomorsk and Yuzhny after inspection that they were not carrying any arms. The safe passage in the Black Sea was 310 nautical miles long and 3 nautical miles wide. The deal had already been extended twice. This initiative's demise has been pegged as both an inevitable setback and a serious blow to markets. The prices of wheat, corn and soybean have risen immediately as a direct implication of the deal falling through. This increase is expected to lead to higher prices for staple foods like bread, pasta, etc. in the upcoming weeks or months. The high costs may also exacerbate economic challenges for several countries and push millions more into poverty or food insecurity. For the time being, USA has announced $500 million in humanitarian aid for Ukraine in the aftermath of this deal's termination.